Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Mr. O, and we're going to talk about 5 things we learned from living in the country of Belize. Back in August of 2018, Tammy and I moved to Belize, the country of Belize, and we stayed about maybe almost a year. And we had a beautiful time and beautiful experiences. And like I said, it was a great country. Good experiences as far as learning the culture. And like I said, we're going to talk about 5 things that we learned from living in Belize. Now, the first thing we learned is hammocks are really prevalent in the country of Belize. On our first day when we arrived to Belize, we took a tour shuttle to San Ignacio, Belize. But we had to go through Dangriga, maybe Orange Walk, Stan Creek, and Hopkins, Belize. And one thing I noticed that was very prevalent is hammocks. Hammocks was everywhere. We saw them on a lot of the porches of a lot of the people in Belize. I mean, everywhere we went, every town we went through, we saw several hammocks. And most of the time they were on porches, but we also kind of saw some that was inside of the homes as well, almost like a part of just like a love seat or a couch. The hammock was right there in the living rooms as well. And even when we arrived to our resort, which is called Cow Patch, and once we went upstairs to the hut, because we were staying in kind of like a cabana hut. Once we went upstairs, there was the porch, and there's a hammock right there, hanging up. As you can see in the picture, I'm laying in the hammock at the resort. That was on our first day of living there, and it was cool, man. It was beautiful. Those hammocks are more comfortable than I thought they were. I think I laid in one before years ago. But being in Belize, those were very prevalent. And also, when we went to Placencia, Belize, some of our friends from the States was over there, and they had this big house with a country porch, and it also had a hammock there. Everybody in the home was taking turns laying in the hammock because it was so comfortable. I mean, from the kids to Tammy. I think I might have laid in it one time, but it was always being occupied because the hammocks are so comfortable, especially when you get a good, durable, high-quality hammock. They are really comfortable. So, yeah, that was one thing we noticed about living in Belize is the hammocks. They're everywhere. Now, the second thing about living in Belize is propane tanks. Propane tanks were everywhere. Also, especially on the outside of the homes, you can see it outside of the window. It may be like over by the kitchen area, and they were like tall propane tanks, kind of like maybe like 6 feet tall. No, maybe they were probably like 5 feet tall, but they were not at almost every home, and that's what they use their gas to cook food, laundry. Wash clothes, heat, water, and stuff. So that was different because I know over here we only use propane mostly for like maybe barbecuing or cookouts or something like that. But we don't use them in our homes just like they do in Belize. That's actually their heat that they use coming out of propane tanks. So I saw that at a lot of different homes in Belize. Here we have central air, central heat, and all that stuff, which I'm thankful that we do have the central heat in there here. But they're still using propanes where you got to plug it up to the little, stem or little hose, and let it run through to your home. And like I said, that took me back, man, because haven't seen that in a while as far as hooking it up to a home. But that's mostly what you saw. In those homes. And also the third thing we noticed was a lot of places had washers, but they didn't have any dryers. It's going back into the days of when I was growing up, and I remember in my younger ages, I think we had a washer at first alone, and we used to hang clothes up. You know, we had chores around the house, so we had to hang clothes up. So that's still going on in Belize. You can pass by any home and you could tell that they're, I mean, they don't have dryers probably because everywhere you look, you see clothes hanging up, clothesline everywhere. And like I said, that took me aback too as well, because I think they use mostly washers and then they just dry their clothes, outside. And if you can see, there's another picture of me. I'm outside hanging up the clothes and trying to hang out the clothes and stuff. So we also had our washer outside. It was out sitting outside. We had to go around on the side of the house and wash the clothes. And then once we washed the clothes, we would I would take them out the washer and I hang them up right there as you see me on the picture. So that was different, but I didn't mind. I mean, I grew up hanging up clothes, so I'm a country boy, so that wasn't the issue with me. But it did take me back in time, to the days when I was hanging up clothes at a young age, around maybe 9 and 10 years of age. But that's what we had to do when we stayed there in San Ignacio. So that's what it was. And I know other people probably have wash and dryers, but I'm saying I think the majority of the people don't have a wash and dryer. But not everyone, but most of them probably don't. And the fourth thing I noticed is, they do not have any animal control over there, especially in San Ignacio. So there's a lot of stray dogs everywhere. And the thing about it was they were docile. I don't think we heard not one dog bark at us. Well, I'll take that back. The dogs that are fenced in, kind of like over here in the States, they'll bark at you. But the stray dogs is just walking around. They don't even bother you. They don't bark at you. They don't even do anything. They don't even acknowledge you that you're really there if you don't, acknowledge that they're there. And, like I said, it's no animal control over there. So some of them are malnutrition and some of them, probably got a lot of diseases and stuff like that. So you want to be careful you can't just go up and pet a dog over there because they don't do shots or anything over there. And not to my knowledge. Now maybe they might have something there, but the dogs that's on the street, the stray dogs, yeah, they are just out there and fending for themselves. But like I said, they seemed like they were well fed and everything. I don't know where they were getting their food from, but they didn't seem like they were starving or anything. But they real docile. But like I said, it's just so many. We went down to my neighbor's shop that he had down the road, and he must have had like maybe 40 dogs over there, and I think half of them was in cages, which was, man, I didn't feel comfortable about that. But I mean, that's their culture, so I mean, yeah, I guess you got to accept it. But yeah, he had like so many dogs in cages, and he had some that were not in cages. But I mean, it was different. I can tell you it was different. And like I said, at nighttime, that's the only time we have a problem with dogs. At nighttime, it seemed like they would pack up around 12 or 1 at midnight. They'll just like get together in packs and just start barking for like maybe an hour and a half. So that was an issue that we didn't enjoy too much. But like I said, dogs are everywhere, and stray dogs, no animal control, and that's how it is in their culture. And the last thing, the fifth thing that we noticed living in Belize. Music is everywhere. I loved it. Music is everywhere. They mostly listen to reggae music. But man, we can go to this house, pass by this house, music. Next house, music. Next house, music. Next house, music. I mean, it was crazy, man. It was music everywhere. And I enjoyed it, trust me. I wasn't big on reggae at the time, but it's grown on me now. And I like it a little bit more than I did before I went to Belize. But man, reggae music was everywhere. I mean, the culture just a lot of music playing, and it was a beautiful thing to listen to all that type of music, and it just engulfed the experience of the culture as a whole. And like I said, even when I was in San Ignacio one time over by the immigration office. I saw a big Coca Cola truck pass by, and it was playing reggae real loud. I said, "Wow, never seen a Coca Cola truck with reggae coming out the speakers, real loud." It was nice, man. I'm not gonna lie. Being a black man and being over there hearing just a lot of culture and music, it was a beautiful thing, man. It was beautiful, and like I said, I embraced every time I hear music, no matter where we were. We would embrace it. We were like, oh man, that's nice. That they could just play music and just be themselves and enjoy their culture. But like I said, we had fun in Belize. Like I said, we went in August of 2018, came back around, I'd say maybe April, closer to May of 2019. And like I said, it was a beautiful experience. And now we will be bringing you guys more content from our long stay in Belize. And like I said, I just want to show this with, people in general that's looking to travel to Belize. And to be honest, it's kind of sad because I just read up on some news on Thursday that the borders it's not going to open on August 15th because I think they picked up a few more people that had the coronavirus over in Belize and in San Pedro. So the airports and the border still is going to be closed for now for I think another 14 days, and then they're going to reassess. But like I said, we wanted to get back there this past April around Easter time, but like I said, the pandemic hit by then. But like I said, we will be back there one day soon, and hopefully you guys watch our videos. And if you have any questions or comments, don't hesitate to ask, and please like and subscribe because I will be bringing you guys more of more content about Belize, San Pedro, and also San Ignacio. So I want to thank you guys for your time and have a good night. Peace.